Rabotai. Continuing in the laws of Netilat Yadayim, the Gemara Chulin tells us that just like by the laws of immersion in the mikveh, that you cannot have anything blocking the water touching your body, so too it applies to Netilat Yadayim. You cannot have a hatzitza, you cannot have something blocking the water touching your hands when you wash your hands. So that it comes up in many situations. A person has color from painting or ink from when he was working. A person has a bandage. A person has a ring. A person has nail polish. All these situations potentially could lead to a blockage between a person's body and the water. So for example, the Gemara says that what's a hatzitza? If it doesn't block, if it blocks from majority of the hand, majority of the body, and it bothers you, it's a hatzitza from the Torah. If it's either or, it's a hatzitza only midarabanan. So you can have something that doesn't cover majority of your hand, but it bothers you when it's there, you want to remove it. Well, sometimes when you shower, you want to remove a band-aid. Sometimes when you make dough, you want to remove your ring. Sometimes when you want to go and eat, you want to wash your hands from the ink that you have on your hand. All these things are hatzitza midarabanan on the hand when you do Netilat Yadayim. So a person has to make sure that if he removes his ring before he goes and he does work. So let's say a lady, she has a nice ring, she doesn't make dough with the ring. She always removes her ring before she makes dough. So she's not allowed to wear her ring during Netilat Yadayim. It's considered hatzitza. If it's tight, it's not going to let water go inside. It's going to be a blockage. Also for ladies, nail polish. Nail polish, if it's perfectly done, so you could say, like the Rashba who says, things that are done for beauty, it's considered to make the hand more beautiful, so therefore it's not considered an intervening substance. But if it's chipped, if it's not fully there, if it already grew out a little bit, they have to redo it. So then they're embarrassed to go to a wedding like this, they're embarrassed to go to a party like that. So it's considered not for beauty, it's considered already, not beautiful. So it will be a hatzitza for Netilat Yadayim. It's a problem to make a bracha. It's a problem to say Netilat Yadayim in that case. So therefore, also a situation for a man. A man who doesn't always remove his ring, he always wears his ring, whether he's changing the oil for the car, whether he's working outside in the field, he always wears his ring. So he doesn't have to take off his ring for Netilat Yadayim. But a person who always meticulous to take off his ring, he has to take off his ring for Netilat Yadayim as well. A person has a band-aid. If he's able to remove the band-aid, he should remove the band-aid before he does Netilat Yadayim. All these situations come up, a person has to pay attention. It could be a potential case of hatzitza for Netilat Yadayim as well. There's a levaya downstairs, so we'll mention something related. There was a person who was very wealthy, and he was going to pass away, and he left 2 wills for his children. He said, 1 will you open before I die, before you bury me, and 1 will you open after you bury me. He said, no problem. They left him a lot of money. He said in his first will after he died, before they buried him, he says, if you want my money, I ask of you one thing, bury me with my socks. Ask the Chevra Kadisha to bury me with my socks. They went for tooth and nail, day and night. Chevra Kadisha says, everyone goes on the ground, same way, no one's allowed to go with their socks. And they failed, and it was very hard for them. He wanted to be buried in the special socks his wife made for him. They opened the other will after they bury him, and he says in the letter, my dear children, you see, they didn't let you, I knew they wouldn't let you bury me with my socks. To show you, I had everything in this world, and not even my pair of socks they let me take with me. Nothing they take with me. I don't take any of physical objects. What I take with me? I take with me my good name. I take with me the legacy I left for myself. I take with me the ma'asim tovim, the mitzvot I did, the Torah I learned. All these things stay behind, and you only have your name and your mitzvot and your good deeds. We should remember, when we hear somebody pass away, the Chafetz Chaim says, we all think we're part of the club. Never will happen to me. I won't ever pass away. Yeah, it made sense that person passed away. He was sick, he was old. But me, I'll live. I have 30, 40, 60 more years to go. Never will I die. Person should never think like this. Do teshuvah. Today, we don't know when's our next day. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen.